Hey everyone, welcome to Retro Geeks Live.
.com.
That's right, .com. And today we're here with some more Retro Geek news, and we're going to start off with the reboot. The big reboot from Ghostbusters. He ain't afraid of no ghost. But you know what? With the Ghostbusters reboot, they changed the whole slogan even. Like, man, what happened to our retro? We ain't no afraid of no ghost, right?
And who you gonna call?
I mean, what's up with that? Now it's, better answer the call. Really? Anyway, what's going on with the Ghostbusters reboot? I've heard good things, actually, man.
I don't know. I after I saw how bad the actual trailer was, when a trailer's bad.
Well, it started off, the trailer was horrible. I mean, it was rated one of the worst trailers. I mean, we mentioned that in our last show, and I mean, but then the next trailer was a little better, a little funnier. It had that big slap, which was kind of funny. But big slaps are always funny. But the whole thing about this Ghostbusters reboot is, I don't mind going with the girls so much, but let's not make it a movement. I mean, I just saw the other day this thing where they showed all the girls that were in the original Ghostbusters movie. And they all said, they had like partial little roles. Hello, Sigourney Weaver. She was freaking huge.
Basically the star of the movie.
I know. I mean,
the thing is, guys, if you want to give us 4 women as Ghostbusters next time, make it 4 hot women at least.
And let's change the Ghostbuster outfit if we do that, man. Let's get some bikinis going on. A little ghost here. And a little ghost there. A little ghost everywhere. Sorry. Anyway, I'm actually looking forward to seeing the movie. I think I will go see it in the theaters. How about you?
You know what? I was thinking about it. I might go see it only if you pay for me to go.
Great. So, I was actually thinking about seeing it tonight. But I'm not sure after the party. But anyway, we're celebrating his birthday actually. Yeah, I'm 27. Thanks.
Yeah, he's the older one, and actually, yeah. So that means you're going to pay?
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
We'll see how many beers I have to buy. No, he don't drink much. Cheap date.
Yeah, I am.
Cheap date.
Just take me to Taco Bell, and I'm good.
Take him out to Taco Bell, but don't stick around afterwards for the after effects.
That's what I call fine dining. With great atmosphere.
Anyway, Ghostbusters, the new one, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. And Chris Hemsworth, I think, is supposed to be the actual highlight, man. He's supposed to be hilarious.
The best part, yeah.
The best Thor, man. I wonder if he's going to have a hammer.
And don't forget Captain Kirk's dad.
Captain Kirk's dad. Yeah, Captain Kirk's dad now. We mentioned that in the last show, too. Yeah. Going on from Ghostbusters, I'd like to talk right now about a little Dungeons and Dragons action going on. A little bit of news there, okay? And there's this dude named Stefan Picorni or something, right? You gotta watch what I say when I say his last name there. I mean, it sounds a little different, but Picorni. And this dude was on Kickstarter, man. And he's a big Dungeons and Dragons freak, man. I mean, how much Dungeons and Dragons were you into?
Actually, you know what? I played it a few times with a friend of mine that actually I'm still friends with, Jason. Shout out to you, Jason.
Jason.
And I
geek.
Yes, he is a major geek too. And I remember good memories as far as playing it. I never really got that much into it. But it was a casual thing for me.
I always wanted to get majorly into it, but I either didn't know the right people or didn't know the right rules.
No, the thing is, there wasn't really the rules. We never really actually had a good storyteller.
And
if you don't have a good storyteller, somebody who actually does the voices and does this and that, you can't.
And that's the thing about this dude Stefan, right, man? He's supposed to be one of the best dungeon masters around. Right, and he's also a sculptor, so he makes these little figurines, right? And they've created this whole Dungeons and Dragons world, and they've actually made these sets. They got castles going on. They got all these little figures. They do their adventures on there too, along with their normal Dungeons and Dragons things, I guess. But anyway, this dude was on Kickstarter, right? And he raised, guess how much? He wanted to do a documentary. about Dungeons and Dragons, and like he thinks he could kind of help save the world a little bit through Dungeons and Dragons. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean.
100K?
No, dude. You go higher. Higher. Dude, this
400.
$6.4 million on Kickstarter for this dude.
For Dungeons and Dragons?
For Dungeons and Dragons, like documentary or something.
I didn't even know people still played it.
So anyway, well, yeah, it's still big. People love it, dude. I mean, geeks love it.
Wow.
Us geeks should be playing it, dude. They did get bought out by Wizards of the Coast, and they came out with new rules, which was really controversial. I think they came out with new rules for Dungeons and Dragons, which was very controversial, I think. But we got to look into that a little bit more. But anyway, this dude, he raised the $6.4 million. The trailer for this movie came out. I saw it. It looks like something I want to watch.
When is it coming out?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be one of those like things that goes to Netflix or pay TV or direct to DVD or whatever.
Okay,
I don't think it's gonna hit the movie theaters or anything. But I think it'll be a good movie to watch. It'll be something interesting to watch.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But anyway, man, shout out to that dude because $6.4 million, man. I mean, I think we need to do a Kickstarter, dude. Help kickstart 6.4 million, man. We'll be going live with girls behind us instead of this thing.
Even half of that, we're good.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep moving on, man. And the next thing is I saw, and I haven't seen a bunch about this, but I heard about, dude, one of my favorite movies was Aliens. I mean, all us geeks love Aliens.
No, you don't love Aliens. You just love Sigourney Weaver.
Well, Sigourney Weaver, man. I mean, for a kind of an average-looking chick, she is hot, dude.
Oh, she's very tall, too.
Oh, she's tall?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And anyway, Aliens, they got the new movie coming out, but then there's going to be another movie, which kind of correlates with the original Alien and Aliens. And I guess Prometheus was supposed to be kind of a prequel of the pre-movie from that. And then there's going to be the new movie, and then the next one. And the next one is supposed to be so friggin' cool, I think, because it's supposed to be a continuation, man. It's going to have Ripley. It's going to have Newt, the little girl in Aliens. And who is I forget the dude's name. But it's going to have the other dude. I think his face got all, messed up. I'm not sure. I forget. It's been a while since I saw the movie.
But I've always been a casual observer of Aliens. I haven't been a huge. It's not like Star Wars or something.
Oh, you didn't see the alien come out and everything, huh? But anyway, dude, I can't wait to. Newt was huge to me, man. She was just such a cute little girl, and you were like, I don't want her to get taken by the aliens so bad. At least I was. I was like, please don't get her.
No, I was kind of cheering and hoping they would.
This guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all right. It's all right. Not a Newt fan. Boo! Anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing Ripley and Newt again, man. That tag team, that should be good. She's obviously, Newt's all grown up. Hopefully she'll be a little hot, too. Anyway, let's keep going here. And Aliens is good.
Yeah.
And then next, we're going to talk about the comic book industry. And the month of June for the comic book industry was huge.
Yes.
The biggest month they've had in this decade. Not just this decade, this millennium, I think.
Is it because of the reboot of
I think
number ones?
I think the number ones have a lot to do with it, obviously.
But number ones are it's no big deal anymore. They're always coming out with new number
ones.
I
mean, yeah,
Rebirth.
that's the thing with number ones, and it seems like there's never any continuation anymore. It seems like, I mean, they just had DC's. This is the new number ones of all this from the last they've had 3 now in the last few years almost.
Yeah,
it's nuts. So it's kind of okay, they had a great month, but unfortunately, it's because I think a lot of it has to do with these number one issues. And, a little bit of the movies, too. But, I mean, there's been movies for a long time now. And it hasn't affected...
Yeah,
it hasn't affected the comic book industry.
Comic book movies coming out. It's It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Remember when Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man in 2002 came out? We were all excited about it.
Oh, dude! I mean, that was the thing. We loved that, man. I mean, that was it right there. Man.
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man. I mean, dreams come true right there.
Yeah.
And I mean, now, I mean, even Avengers, that was kind of a dream come true for me too, man. To see everyone like on the big screen at once, that was freaking awesome. But I don't think the movies has had as much impact on the comic book industry as a lot of people thought that it would have.
No, it doesn't, because people, you either like comic books or you don't. And you also got to remember one thing, that a comic book is like $4 now.
It's the prices have gone up quite a bit. I mean, it's like I remember,
and they cross over, and you have to buy constantly, and
Yeah, I remember back in the day. If you're a big comic book guy, back in the '80s, you put down like $100 and you have like 3 huge stacks of comic books. Yeah. And now it's like $100 will get you just a few comic books. That's why I think the trade paperbacks are a lot more popular now. Yes. Plus, you don't have to go in the comic book store every month or order every month, and make sure you get the issue, or you're missing an issue or whatever. I think the trade paperbacks are taking over a little bit. But the comic book industry, man, they had its best month in a long time.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to hear that they're actually doing pretty good, because they were struggling for a long time there.
Yeah, I mean, even if it takes the number 1 issues, I just hope it's not a trend, man. I hope they can start and stay strong. Stay strong, and get to like those awesome issues, like issue 100, issue 200. Those things are awesome, man. I mean, they were like big deals to us back in the day.
I remember. I don't know if you remember in the mid '90s, they had when Aunt May died.
Oh yeah,
issue number 400, Amazing Spider-Man. I have mine.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah, I probably have a few copies.
You always used to buy a few copies.
Yeah, yeah. Not always of the right book though. And so I hope the comic book industry continues the upward trend, but let's try to get those readers that they got and get them on a train towards like staying on the track and not having to redo the track again and again and again and again.
Yeah, I think it's also a way. The number 1 is a way for people who don't want to start buying it. Yeah, they don't want to start buying it from like the middle of a story.
Yeah.
Okay. Although to me, I started reading Amazing Spider-Man again in the middle of the clone story, which was the first clone story in the mid '90s. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I love that. That's like my best ever, my most favorite Spider-Man storyline in comic books.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so like whatever gets you on that train, man, and keeps you going is what's really good. Yes. Yeah, let's go to what we're known for, man. Our retro portion of the show, and I think we're gonna stick with the Spidey theme, huh?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I really, really wanted to talk about what actually got me into Spider-Man.
All right. So what? How old were you when you got into Spider-Man?
I was. Let me see. It was in the early '70s, so I was about 3, 4, maybe 5.
Wow. Okay. Very young. We're talking okay.
I've always been a huge Spider-Man fan.
All right.
And the 1960s cartoons.
Whoo, man!
That one where he would swing by in New York, and you could see the same picture time after time, swinging and swinging in the same.
Dude, that is so retro, man. That is so cool. Yeah, dude, I remember that. And see the same thing over and over again. It has a romantic feel to that, man.
Well, that's the real Spider-Man. Spider-Man, it was fun. It was,
and he was fun in that series, right?
Now it's like I read the comic books and I can't even stand it anymore because he's tormented or he's, he turns out to be a villain or, I just don't. That Spider-Man is supposed to be fun. He's supposed to be a good guy, fun.
Let me stop you right there. That's one thing I loved about the new movie, where he was funny.
Yeah,
I mean. Dude, you got a metal arm. That's awesome when he's fighting the dude. I mean, that's so cool.
That's how he's supposed to be.
I think that Spider-Man Homecoming movie might be a little bit right what you're looking for.
Well, how can I not watch it when Aunt May is
Torme, right?
Torme. Yeah, Marissa Torme.
Hot Aunt May.
Yeah.
But getting back to the cartoon, so you're 4 or 5, 6 years old, and you're checking out the Spider-Man show. Yeah. Was that your favorite show on TV, or was it just up there?
Kind of still is.
Oh wow, cool.
No, I do like it. I have the DVDs now.
Oh wow, awesome. Yeah. And I forget a lot about that show. Hopefully some of you remember that show. But what was give me like what Aunt May was like all wrinkly and gray haired and old.
Oh
right?
yeah, no, it was all like the comic book in the '60s.
Was Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane both in it, or did Gwen Stacy die in it?
No, there was no dying. They didn't.
They didn't have dying back then.
Cartoons back then. They just had they had both actually.
Both were in it. Yeah. And who was this big woman? Gwen was the woman. Okay.
Yeah, but it really never touched too much on that. Back in the day, it wasn't.
It had Green Goblin.
Yeah, it had all the cool.
And Harry Osborn.
It had the Lizard. Actually, the Lizard was the first episode.
Oh, Lizard. Okay.
Lizard, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And there used to be 20 minutes, and that's it. They made 60-something episodes.
Yeah, that I don't remember too much about it, but I remember really liking it. And then they went to the whole I guess in the 80s it was the Spider-Man and Friends with Firestar and Iceman. That was it was a good series, but it's kind of hokey. Why have
it only lasted for one season?
It was just one season.
Saturday morning.
Oh wow!
For one season. So it wasn't back in when they got into Spider-Man again in the '90s. That was cool.
Oh yeah,
when Fox brought it back.
That's for sure.
And then it had 5 or 6 seasons. I don't remember how many.
Let me ask you: do you remember the Spider-Man record or the Marvel record with Spider-Man on the cover?
Yes, I do.
That was awesome. Dude.
I never had it though. I just.
Oh no!
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And on the back it says Hulk on drums and Thor on the trumpet or something. So it was kind of funny. And getting Spider-Man on TV and retro. Let's talk about that live action Spider-Man show, man. Just really quickly.
What do you remember about that? I remember it used to be on. Let's see. It used to be on Saturday afternoons.
Okay.
Which was very strange for a news show to be on Saturdays afternoons.
Yeah.
And it was, it wasn't bad actually. I used to like it. The problem is it didn't have the effect capability, and it was really kind of cheesy as far as
of course back then it was very cheesy.
But you could tell there was no. I mean, they didn't even put much into the actual costume and this and that. So.
I mean, we could film that right here.
Actually, we'd probably do a better job.
Yeah, but I mean, it was still pretty cool. I think I remember a lot about it.
Well, I mean, back in the day, we used to, we used to just be thankful we got a guy with a costume,
a superhero on TV. Wow.
Yeah, that was.
But that's where the cartoons really played a part in our imaginations, I think, because you can't do that live action back then. I mean, now you can do anything on
you can even do it yourself on a computer.
Yeah, but back then, man, that's where our imagination, our retro imaginations came from. Man, was cartoons, because they could do anything with the cartoon, even though they showed the same image over and over again. But still, they really widened the landscape for our imaginations, I think, with some of those cartoons, including the Spider-Man one.
Yeah, I think that when I used to, I still play with toys, but when I played with toys back then, I think the first thing that I played with, actually, that I didn't have to use my imagination, basically, were the Star Wars toys. That was pretty much what was seen on the screen.
I mean, the Star Wars toy. I mean, that's a whole show for us. Star Wars toys. I mean, I think at some point
we will be doing one for the Star Wars Rogue One's toys that are going to be coming out in September.
Yeah, actually, you know what would be funny is if we, they would want to watch it, but us playing Star Wars on camera. That would be a trip.
Maybe we can do one just if people want to see it.
If you get crazy and you want to see us play Star Wars together, if that's your kink.
We want to please everybody.
Every geek.
Everybody.
So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do that if they. I mean, I really want them to want it because I really want to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm just keeping it cool.
Yeah,
I'm not getting my hopes up at this point.
Well, we got to get our hopes up, man. So anyway, I think that's it for this show on RetroGeeksLive.com.
.com.
And you can check us out in a lot of places too.
Yeah, go to RetroGeeksLive.com, and there you can contact us by email personally. There is our Facebook page. You can see us there, and also our YouTube page where you're actually watching this video
right now. RetroGeeksLive, baby.
.com.
Bye.